Crack Lemonade again, and I am here to talk about one of my favorite franchises as a kid, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And, I think a lot of people do reviews, people do fan theories. I'm not really here for fan theories. I would say I'm more on the side of analysis and just pointing out things that kind of stood out to me when, rewatching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with a different set of eyes. So, I grew up when Power Rangers came out. I was in elementary school. I grew up loving it. I probably was a Power Ranger for a couple of Halloweens. I think I was the White Ranger, and I think I was the Red Ranger, but I don't remember 100%. I do remember in elementary school, I did do superheroes for Halloween, and then I didn't. So I'm starting this off because the original idea that I had was I was gonna play through every Power Rangers game, and I was starting with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Genesis because this is the only Power Rangers game on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis that had the Green Ranger on it. The problem was I hadn't played this in years, and I was not as good as I thought. I did not get as far as I could to unlock the Green Ranger and get footage fighting with the Green Ranger. I got footage of me getting destroyed with every Power Ranger except the Red Ranger. And that's when I decided to go over to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Super Nintendo. Because at least that was a beat 'em up style fighting game with linear progression and not a one-on-one fighting game, which tends to be a little bit more unbalanced on the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. Or I'm just bad at them. There's nothing wrong with being bad at a game. You can't be perfect at everything. So, like I said, I want to talk about Power Rangers, and specifically, I want to talk about certain characters in Power Rangers that weren't really developed, or they had like weird episodes. And the thing about it is, I want to put this preface here and say that I am only going by the television show Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I do not consider the comics a continuation of the show. I consider them their own continuity. They may explain things, they may provide context to things that I talk about, but they came out a significant amount of time after Mighty Morphin Power Rangers came out. And I just want to accentuate this, and it was not written as a continuity from the original writers on the Power Rangers show. It is an extended universe. This includes the Amy Jo Johnson comic. She might have been a cast member, but she was not a writer on the show. So, they are their own universe. It's its own continuity. Do not, I repeat, do not Give me anything about the comic books. For anything I say in these videos, please. I will probably say this again in other videos, but please do not. I am talking about the television show, and just the television show. And the movies possibly. But that is a different tangent. So, the topic for this video is pretty much the day of the dumpster. And I think I have some observations and things that I can probably elaborate on later when I don't know. Alright, so I haven't fleshed this out yet. This is going to evolve as it goes. So, rewatching Day of the Dumpster, there are a couple things that stand out. One, the Power Rangers are teleported from the juice bar to the command center. Zordon gives them the power coins. They're like, nah, we ain't with this. Zordon does not take the power coins back. They walk out the command center, and right outside the command center, they get ambushed by Rita Repulsa's putties. Now my question is, why did Rita know where the command center was? And my note would be, Rita knowing the identities of the Power Rangers from episode 1 was a huge writing mistake. And it doesn't make her look good as a villain. Another thing I want to say is Rita Repulsa as a character makes a lot of sense to me. And I say that because at the beginning of the episode, she was in a trash can for 10,000 years with Goldar, Squat, Babu, and Fenster. Just them. In this container for 10,000 years. Just their company. So, if she breaks out, or, if she's released from the trash can, she's like, I want to go on a rampage. That makes sense. You've been trapped for 10,000 years. Go out. The problem is, she focused too much on the Power Rangers. She should have had her grind set on global domination. There were some strategies there that she could have altered, and maybe I will go into some episodes about where I see that she could have made some kind of changes. Return of an Old Friend is one in particular where she kidnaps the parents of Angel Grove and almost gets the power coins from the Rangers, and then Tommy comes back and saves the day. The other thing, we get no background on Zordon through the entirety of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And I don't know why I said entirety the way I just said it, but I wanted to emphasize that word. We got no background on Zordon in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He was on Earth for 10,000 years. Why? He's from Eltar. He's not an Earthling. He's not an ancient Earthling. Why was he there? There was a fight between good and evil, and he got trapped in time warp. Okay, cool. Why was evil on Earth? What were they after? There's nothing that we received from this season in terms of backstory and lore for the main, the leader of the Power Rangers, the Guardian of the Morphin Grid, Zordon of Eltar, and the main protagonist, Rita Repulsa. So, again, I don't want to go into fan theory territory. I know in the reboot movie, they were former teammates. That is not necessarily indicated in the main show from the 90s, but in the 2017 reboot, they were former teammates, and Rita was the former Green Ranger, which would explain why she had the green power coin in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But again, not explicitly said, never any real lore given. And also, just to, give a little bit of attention back to the game, I'm gonna share some of the footage, some of the other footage later, but for some reason, when I played this level, I lost twice to the boss, and then I win. And I managed to get through like the next 3 or 4 levels on 0 lives. And this first level was just the one that gave me the most trouble. So again, I'm probably gonna use some of that footage when I start talking about Tommy specifically. I'm gonna switch to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, the game, so I can play as Tommy. But that's really all I have for now. If you enjoyed what I was talking about, please stay tuned for more. Please subscribe. Do what you need to do. Have a good day. Thank you.